Well, here's what is to come for Miami and Indiana while these two
Get it done,
debate
Dwayne.
fashion.
No, we're just trying to figure it out, man. Yeah.
3 days off. Who's it favor, Miami or Indiana, fellas?
Honestly, I don't know that it favors either.
With the way they were limping around, I mean, a number of guys, I mean, you could run the list. You were just listing it. I saw Hibbert
limping,
Man.
Stevenson
at the
limping,
end.
and Frank Vogel even said at one point he was gassed. You saw David West get hit in the face,
Paul
George
banged in
said
the
that he
head.
blacked
Are we really
out
having this
at
conversation?
one point in the game.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, there isn't anybody playing in the postseason right now that isn't banged up and dealing with nagging injuries. Like, that's all.
good, actually.
That's other. We ain't playing, though.
Oh, that's right.
Other than, really, all the
How'd you
guys
get your
are.
concussion?
Ultimately, the 3 games, that's my point. Like, the fact that they both are going to get the 3 games off, I don't think it benefits either physically, but the team that prepares the best. LeBron James said something really interesting in that press conference. He said, we're going to take these 3 days and we're going to go watch film as if we lost the game. Because that's a mindset you're trying to take into the game. Because it's always easier to come with more of a sense of urgency after a loss. And so they're going to try to flip the switch, and they're going to try to pretend as if they lost this game and have that mindset going into game 3. That's really telling in terms of how they're going to approach it. I think from Indiana's standpoint, again, they did lose the game. They got to focus on the areas that they struggled. They didn't shoot it well, but they also didn't execute really well offensively in the half court against Miami's defense.
Miami only 11 turnovers in the game. For them, a team that struggled with that throughout the course of the year. What is it that they're going to talk about now over the next couple of days to try and get back to what they did in Game 1?
Well, look, they have a lot that they can pull from if they go and look at this tape. I mean, we're breaking it down. Very low possession, low scoring game. That's not anywhere where they need to be to compete with this team. There was a letdown. There was some carelessness in some possessions. There wasn't an aggressive attack. They took jump shots because I think a lot of the uncontested jump shots they got in Game 1, they fell in love with those, and they thought they'd be there tonight. Miami didn't allow that. They contested those jump shots. Those percentages went down. They didn't attack the rim. So I think they'll see that there was a passivity in their approach offensively that has to shift in Game 3, especially on the road as they go into Miami to try and get a win.
The other thing that happens too is with each game, you could have different X factors. If you're Miami tonight, Norris Cole and Chris Anderson were big X factors for you. It could be Mario Chalmers and Ray Allen in the next game. For Indiana, similarly, C.J. Watson, a non-factor in this game. Louis Scola was really ineffective, not just the 1 of 6, more ineffective defensively. I mean, he was really poor in their defense, particularly in the pick and roll. And that's another area in terms of adjustments that Frank Vogel's going to have to look at, because Louis Scola has struggled in terms of being a help defender in the pick and roll. And it's really hurt them in critical stretches. He's got to get better as a veteran player if he's going to continue to get the kind of minutes he got tonight.